Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So, happy Sunday. We're about to start a new week, and today I want to talk about 4 reasons why this Bitcoin rally will continue. There are several major things happening this week, big events, big catalysts that could drive things further upward. So, what are they? Let's discuss. Smash with a like, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified of all my streams. Follow me on social media, check out CryptosRUs.com, and make sure you follow my other channels as well. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you may be, welcome. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Look at that huge rise, and it's just slowly now heading a little bit higher. We're at 21.7. So, obviously, the last few days, starting from Friday, Saturday, today, had some good days. But better days could be coming this week. So, we're definitely getting some momentum. Now, as for the rest of the market, same thing. We're up about another 2 billion. 2%, and you can see that today there are some really good movers. Ethereum is still moving, closing it at 1,800. You have Solana moving today, and Avalanche moving. Got some Avalanche news for you guys, and there are several others that are doing well. ApeCoin having a great day today, so I'm going to talk about them as well. But yeah, overall, it's been a great weekend. Could be even a better week. So what are these big things that are coming? Well, first off, now, I will say out of the 4, this will probably be the biggest driver. And if this doesn't go well, then it may deter the other 3. So looking at the U.S. economic data that's being released this week, the biggest one, all eyes will be on Tuesday when we get another CPI reading. We'll measure inflation. Okay, the last time we had CPI, it went down, right? So that's a good thing. Now, I think a lot of people are anticipating that CPI will continue to go down. Maybe not as drastic as last month, but this month, which is reading in August, keep in mind, not reading in September, reading for August, will go down slightly because energy prices have come down further, meaning oil, gasoline, right? They have come down even more. And, some of the supply chain issues may have gotten a little better. So overall, CPI data should show that inflation is going down. And if it does, that'll be great because Powell and the Fed, they're both looking at this very carefully because in a couple weeks, there will be another FOMC meeting and there will be another rate hike. It's a guaranteed rate hike. But can they utilize the numbers, okay, and maybe go more dovish than hawkish, right? Maybe a 50 basis point hike instead of 75 basis point hike. And if that's the case, right, it's going to be very good because that's even better than expectation. So this will be huge. Tuesday's CPI data could be absolutely huge, and we see more reversal in terms of inflation. We see things come down. That'll be absolutely fantastic for markets and for Bitcoin and crypto as well. Okay, so something to look forward to. That's coming Tuesday, unfortunately. It's not coming tomorrow, Tuesday. So we got two more days to look forward to, but that is one major thing. And you know what? That happens to be on the 13th. And you know what else is coming on the 13th? Well, varies, 13th to 15th. The next big event, of course, I've been talking about this, is the merge, right? So the merge is somewhere between the 13th to 15th. Right now, this calculator this timer thing is saying 3 days, which is approximately the 14th, but it's somewhere in between there, right? So it's in line with it. And of course, there's a lot of Ethereum fans right now, a lot of people looking forward to the merge. And the merge is successful. There's no hiccups, nothing like that. All the wallets, the exchanges, everyone, right? I did receive a a notification on Trust Wallet. A lot of you guys have been asking about it. If you go into a Trust Wallet, you get a notification that tells you, hey, if you have ETH on there, it's okay. You don't have to do anything. They will take care of it on the back end. Same thing with Ledger, and same thing with almost every major wallet maker out there and exchange out there. So basically, if this goes through, ETH essentially becomes deflationary, even though it doesn't have a cap like Bitcoin, right? But if you count in how much is being burned and a new issuance, which is 90% lower, and still you have a lot of DeFi projects that exist that's locking up liquidity, basically Ethereum becomes deflationary after that. So that's a big thing also, a big catalyst for this week. A lot of excitement over Ethereum. So, and by the way, I did find another picture Vitalik, and it still seems like he's going long on ETH. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right. What's another catalyst? Well, a lot of chartists are looking at, well, because of the upward movement for Bitcoin, you know, there's a short squeeze going on, right? I've been showing you guys how much shorts are being liquidated, right? Over the last few days, $300 million. And it's probably higher than that. I don't have that pulled up yet. Let's see. Let's pull it up right now real quick. Let's see where we are in the last 4 hours. I mean, you see this, right? This was adding up, and then you had another one here about 70 million. So there's definitely a lot of shorts being liquidated. So what does that mean? There could be a continued short squeeze that drives things higher. In fact, according to this article, there are a lot of chartists that say, well, given our upward movement, you know, 2022, 23 should be right around the corner. Okay, so that means, yes, if we continue to have these short squeezes, yeah, Bitcoin will be driven upwards. So that's also something to look forward to, right? Obviously very good. And then lastly, and I covered this yesterday already, but this also could be coming this week. You know, Michael Saylor, he's very impatient, especially when it comes to buying Bitcoin. So we could potentially see MicroStrategy buy $500 million more of Bitcoin, right? And that could be coming this week as well. I don't know when he plans on selling his shares. It could be as soon as Monday, tomorrow, right? When things are up, usually when Bitcoin is pumping, MicroStrategy gets pumped, right? It'll be a good time to be selling. He's going to be selling $500 million worth of shares, and he's going to put that all into Bitcoin, and this is a great DCA opportunity, right? So Michael will be doing that as well. Now, most likely this will be done on OTC market, obviously, right? It's not going to be done on Coinbase Spot, but whatever. It takes Bitcoin out of circulation. And who knows, maybe the OTC market right now is very dry, right? Maybe there's not a lot of sellers in the OTC market. Well, if there's not, well, guess where it's coming from? Coinbase, right? Directly. So, fourth reason why Bitcoin could be seeing better days this week. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. This week, it's actually quite exciting. Now, like I said at the beginning, if the CPI number data does come out bad, it could offset these three other things, right? But right now, it does not seem like CPI data is going to go in reverse and show that U.S. inflation is going to, you know, go higher or is higher. It should be coming down, but we will see. Most likely, if all four of these things hit, we're going to see a fantastic rally week this week for Bitcoin and crypto, and I'm looking forward to it. Oh yeah, and by the way, and you know, Canada is choosing a new Conservative Party leader to run against Trudeau in 2025. I did not know this. You know, obviously, I don't follow every country's like how their political system works, but I didn't know Trudeau has been serving three terms. He's been serving since, what, 2013? Wow, I didn't know that in Canada you could just keep going and going and going. I thought it was kind of like America, but no, I didn't know that. But anyways, the next prime minister of Canada, if it's not Trudeau, could be someone that's a big Bitcoiner. In fact, they used Bitcoin in their campaign to kind of get attention for themselves, right? So that could be big. Canada's pro Bitcoin, right? They came out the first Bitcoin spot ETF. They have many Bitcoin spot ETFs. They've been so far pro Bitcoin, I think, but they could be even more pro Bitcoin. But that's 2025. That's after the next halving event. So think about that. After the next halving event in 2024, we could see a tremendous rise, and then we get more countries and more adoption of Bitcoin and more FOMO, right? Especially now that BlackRock is also involved. I mean, the next bull run could be like one that we have never, ever, ever seen before, right? If you think about how much money is sitting on the sidelines, how much money is waiting to come into the space, because there's still a lot of fear. Obviously, if they all came in, we'll be back at $70,000, but we're not, So think about it. When the market really starts moving and people really put their money in, and not only retail investors, but institutions and all the funds and asset managers and the VCs, and they're just, they can't wait to throw money at crypto. I mean, just imagine the gains to be had then, right? It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. But in the meantime, if you're looking for a good buy opportunity, well, here's a perfect example. When Bitcoin is below its 200 weekly moving average, that's a great time to be buying, because all the previous times when Bitcoin was below the 200 weekly moving average, shortly afterwards, it went up and you were well rewarded had you bought, right? And we are unfortunately still right there, but the good thing is it's a great buying opportunity. So it's not too late to be DCAing into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many other crypto out there while things are still low. All right. And a friendly reminder, Bitcoin has been online for nearly 5,000 days. That's a long time. That's a long time indeed. All right. That's Bitcoin news and the four events. I did mention there's a few others that I want to talk about, like Avalanche. Avalanche is still one of my favorite L1s, right? And they're still continuing forward, even though their price has been pretty suppressed, has not moved in quite a long time, but they're still seeing tremendous, as you can see, transactions, volume on the network. They're still over 65% of the total supply being staked, which is quite good. And they were just listed on FTX Japan. So they're still being listed everywhere around the world. So overall, Avalanche is still in a really good position. Another L1 that a lot of you guys love is Fantom. I haven't heard much about Fantom recently. There are still more dApps coming on board, but Fantom was one of the L1s that had a tremendous amount of DeFi projects on board, way more than any other out there. And that's still true. There's still a ton of projects, specifically DeFi projects, that still exist on Fantom. So they are still moving forward. So that's good. And finally, ApeCoin did jump up because now they opened up staking, and you can now stake your ApeCoin. So that's the reason why it went up. And I'm still waiting for their other side metaverse game to come out. And hopefully that's going to bring even greater things to their whole ecosystem of NFTs and coins and so forth, right? So good for them. All right. Yeah, that's really it. Overall today is still a pretty good day. Things are up. Bitcoin is up, right? Ethereum is up. Not much to complain about. Where's ETH? This is ETH. Looking good. All right, let's do some Q&A. Sorry, I'm muted. Someone said BUSD is above 20 billion. It is. Binance is trying to make them the de facto, stable coin. It's not too far off from USDC. So it's growing really, really fast. And every exchange is starting to adopt BUSD. At the very beginning, they didn't want to, but they are now. Someone saying Near is breaking out. Near is also promising L1. I don't trust Vitalik, 28-year-old kid making big decisions. Well, all the tech giants, they all started with young leaders. Sometimes it's by luck, sometimes it's good decision making, sometimes it's just a matter of getting back up. A lot of these guys, they don't just make it on the first shot. They make a lot of mistakes, and they continue to fix things along the way, pick themselves back up, never giving up, and look at where they are now. ADA looking sexy, someone said. I'm still surprised ADA has not really moved recently. You figure right after the merge, the Vassal hard fork is coming. So I still think that we're going to see some movement with Cardano, but hasn't happened yet. Why is BTC not moving? Price should be at least 30K. I agree with you, but that's the wrong question to ask. The right question is, while it's low, should I be DCAing more? And the answer is yes. Minecraft Josh, new member, welcome. What are your thoughts on Litecoin? No thoughts. Just go with Bitcoin. Reason to be short is the SPX is against the major resistance. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to chart a whole index like S&P 500 is like trying to chart the DXY. It doesn't. It's not like individual company. If the the DXY, continues to go up and that's because other countries' fiat currencies are debasing themselves more than the USD. Well, there's no chart that can prevent that from happening. It's going to happen. Same thing. If the market does well and most companies within the S&P 500 goes up, right? It'll break through that resistance like it's nothing. So there are certain things that I think charting, you really got to take with a grain of salt, because there's too many external factors that's at play. Could we see a gaming coin? Wait. Could we see a gaming coin small relief from a big drop? I have no idea what you just asked there. I'm sorry. EOS is up 70% this week. EOS they're changing to Antelope. They're getting away from Block 1. They're becoming EVM compatible. There's a lot of major things happening in EOS. I'm looking forward to that. They've been stuck and dead in the water for 3+ years, probably 4 years. No, 5 years. 5 years since 2017. So I'm glad to see them move on, and glad to see that they're not just quitting. Gala's trying to do too many different things. I don't know. They're still sticking with the gaming platform. I know they want to get into some of the other things like, I forgot what their other ambition was. get into streaming or something. I forgot what their other project was. But primarily, they're still sticking with gaming, and they're coming out with more gaming stuff, or more games specifically. So as long as they continue forward with that. Cadena will change the entire crypto industry. No, they won't. You don't have to exaggerate to try to make it look good. Cadena is doing fine, okay? They will have a good recovery, I believe. They just need to draw more dApp makers. It's great that they're getting their own miner. They even convinced Bitmain to come out with a full-fledged miner for Cadena. That's fantastic, showing growth and adoption. Bitmain's not going to waste a whole bunch of money to produce these machines, if there wasn't a fan base, right? So that's good. Fantom is going to pump hard ASF soon. Well, Fantom, I do like, and they do have quite a lot of DeFi projects. Their TVL is still among the highest of the L1s, the major L1s. So they're sitting at 63 right now. Yeah, they're under $1 billion. I would say they're pretty cheap at this point. There's a lot of stuff that are still cheap, quite honestly. Besides a few exceptions and a few big caps, most of the mid caps, right? Their mid cap and small caps have not really moved. But when they do, it will be tremendous, right? So it always happens. Just got to give it time. Be patient. Dan, can't wait to see what happens after the merge. Is it unrealistic to expect $1 trillion market cap for ETH by end of the year? Yes. 5x? Yeah, that's unrealistic. Even 2x is unrealistic. We only have 3 months remaining for this year. I would say even if we see like a 50% gain, that would be pretty darn good. I'm hoping that Bitcoin can still somehow hit 40,000, right? But at this point, maybe not. I don't know. I take that back. I still think after getting some positive momentum, positive news about inflation, positive macro stuff, maybe Bitcoin has a chance because it can move really, really fast within the last few months, right? So Bitcoin hit 40,000. Can Ethereum hit 4,000, 5,000? Yeah. But if it doesn't, then I would say just going up like 50% would be good. But who knows? We're a little bit ahead of ourselves. We have to see. I already DCA'd, but I want more BTC. You can never get enough BTC. Do I drink coffee? Yes. Yes, I do. Usually Monday through Friday. And Saturday and Sunday. But I'm getting so sick of coffee. If we rally through Christmas, could we get the smaller corrections than most years and just continue through 2023? Yeah. I mean, previous times, previous corrections, Bitcoin went down about 85%, and most alts went down like 90, 95, 99%. So we were close. Bitcoin went down about 75%, right? So this doesn't mean that we have to go down another 10%. And alts, a lot of alts went down like 90%, but a lot of them recovered. So now they're more like 70%, 60% down, but some have recovered even faster than that. Some may be only like 30 or 40% down, right? So it doesn't have to be exactly the same. We have experienced that down already, and we could just be having slow growth throughout 2023 into 2024, and then have that tremendous growth after the halving event again. But it doesn't even have to follow that. We could just have a tremendous growth in 2023 too. I think Chainlink is a good DCA crypto. I don't disagree. Chainlink, just be aware, it moves very slowly. It moves at a snail's pace. So sometimes holding Chainlink makes you, I don't know, anxious or envious, because a lot of the other L1s, they move quite a lot faster in Chainlink at times. I don't really have thoughts on Rune. So, nothing. I staked all my coins like Dot, Ada, Sol. Good. Why not? If you're holding them, why not? How big of a trash bag is XRP? 13 gallons or closer to 45 gallons? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. But I'm rooting for Ripple to win against their lawsuit against the SEC. So regardless of how poorly XRP has performed over the last 4 years, I'm rooting for Ripple to win that lawsuit against SEC. I have never used a Bifrost wallet, Julio. Can't talk about it. Bigger than 88 gallon barrel. Yeah. Blue Wizard, stop asking. I'm not going to tell you. The new escalated V, it does look very sick. I would get it, except you can't find one. You can't find any cars. It's so disappointing about cars right now. You can't find anything. XRP will win, BTC will lose or change. Mark, you cling on to that. You cling on to that hope. In the meantime, watch everyone else make tremendous gains while your XRP bag stays the same. Here's the thing, all right? Just like all maxis, and we're starting to see, I'm glad to see a lot of even Bitcoin maxis now turning to like not Bitcoin maxis. Just be a maxi of crypto. Don't try to be a maxi of one individual coin, because it won't work out, right? Like for example, if you're a XRP maxi, you could be an XRP maxi, fine. You could believe in XRP. You could believe that one day it'll go to $589, right? But in the meantime, at least hold some of the other coins, because if you don't, your portfolio stays the same while everyone else's portfolio goes up by 5 to 10x. You know, that's the thing. It's like, it's good if you like the project, but be smart about it. Diversify. Make sure that you're holding a good set, a good basket of crypto that in the long run will help you gain, right? Help you attain that life-changing wealth. And then just be happy, And then if that's the case, then you could put all back into XRP if you wanted to, right? But if you've been just holding only XRP since its high of $3.77, and right now it is at 35 cents. Okay, so it's still 90% down for the last 4 years, going into 5 years. So had you only held XRP for the last 5 years, you would still be down 90% with no closer to reaching back to your previous high. So that's the problem when you're just holding into like one thing, right? But it's fine if you like XRP. Just be diversified. Drew says, yeah, the XRP educational video will explain everything. It really does. It really does. And I think today is a good time to play it. Yesterday was a full moon. Yesterday was full moon. So I'm actually glad to see that we had a full moon where we didn't have a crash, because traditionally, whenever we have full moons, we get like a major crash. And yesterday was actually not, so that's good. What are your thoughts on Condena? I've already shared it. It's good. Robert, you can't be asking me about Kick or Ford Maverick. The two are couldn't be more different. We'd Be Gone says, XRP educational video is the smartest thing I've ever seen on your streams. That means I need to play it more. Which coins do you think has the most volatility in them currently? Also, do you see coins burning their own supply as a requirement for buying them, or do you focus on demand? No, coin burning is not required for buying them. What do you mean have the most volatility in them currently? I don't know what that means. Are you asking which one has the most upside or the most downside? I don't know, man. Dan, I don't know what you're asking. Ginkman, yep. Rob puts in caps. Seems like you don't want to read the real important questions, George. Well, why don't you ask it instead of just stating a statement with no question? But you know what? I'm going to put you in timeout so I can't see anything you write anyways. You think Chatta token will hit? No, Josh. I don't even know what Chatta token is. Let's see. Solomon Key, do you read my comments? Yes. Joey, that argument is already lost. Joey says, can't wait to rub XRP in George's face. You already lost. There's no way. What I've gained over the last 5 years, I could outbuy your XRP bag. I'm pretty sure, right? So it's like, it's irrelevant. If XRP starts going up, I could buy more than what you have already. So how can you ever win that argument? Had you put any of your XRP in any other crypto within the last 5 years, you'll be up tenfold, 100-fold. So you already lost. So, I don't even get that argument. It's not like XRP is at $30 right now. It's 90% down from its previous high back in 2018 or 2017. And everything else went up 100x. Do you not compute that in your head? You already lost. There's no winning in your case. Zero chance. So, it's good that you believe in XRP, but just know that for the last 5 years, you pretty much wasted your time. Just like Peter Schiff has been talking about gold for the last 10 years, right? Anyone that listened to Peter Schiff and bought gold for the last 10 years lost. Had you put even $1,000 into Bitcoin 10 years ago, you'll be a billionaire today. So how can Peter Schiff or any gold bugs ever say, oh yeah, Bitcoiners will rub it in your face with gold? You already lost. The argument's over. So, accept it and move on and learn from your mistakes. Did you see XRP and Safe Haven are working together? Also, it's good to diversify. It's good to diversify. And working with Safe Haven doesn't make XRP more legitimate. Safe Haven is a nobody. So, I always don't buy this argument like somehow you're trying to legitimize a bigger project with a smaller project, and that's what that's doing. That's right. It's like saying, I don't know. I don't even know what that would be equivalent of. But anyways, that's a perfect example. Like Safe Haven is like an unknown project. It's a project that's supposed to be like releasing your keys after you die to your loved ones or whatever, right? But that doesn't make XRP more legitimate. If anything, it makes Safe Haven more legitimate, right? All right, guys. I'll end it at that. Overall, things are looking good. 4 reasons why Bitcoin rally will continue. Really, the biggest one has to be on Tuesday about CPI data. So let's see. Let's see what happens with CPI data. Inflation is going down. That's going to be tremendous. But we got Michael Saylor. We got this short squeeze. We got the merge. And we got other things going on too. So this week could be quite tremendous. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. So smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. And for those of you guys that still don't quite understand what XRP is all about, take a look at this.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.